So we've discussed quick notes, and we discussed journal, which you can see that the relevant files are created under the relevant journal or quick notes directory. One of the other facilities that Wibble offers is really deliberately basic but deliberately super fast kind of task management. So inevitably the first thing that people might look at when they look at this is thinking, oh well, that task management kind of sucks. You can do a million and one things in org mode in terms of scheduling and kind of priorities, and all these other tools offer all these sophisticated project management and prioritizations of tasks and things like Task Warrior, and all that is fantastic and great, and by all means absolutely use those. But for me personally, I found that a lot of the time, actually, all I wanted was just a really rapid fire list, basically, that I have in my terminal of really important things to remember or do, and just simply add and complete them by pretty much typing in a number in the terminal, and just having that super simple kind of list there. If I am trying to manage something of great complexity, then of course that is where you would set up your org mode file with all your project details, or use your full-on project planning software to manage that particular project with a Gantt chart and all of that kind of stuff. But a lot of the time, literally what you want is just the kind of digital equivalent of a kind of piece of pen and paper, just a checklist of things to do that day. And so I just decided to add a really very rapid fire and simple version in Wibble. So let's have a look at it. So Wibble task. So nothing's happened there as we'd expect, and it's basically set up this empty task list. So let's add a task. Wibble task add enter task. I don't know. Remember to post letter to Y. And there we go. So we've added this task. Let's add another one. Buy laundry liquid. Add feature X to Y. Well, if we wanted to be a bit more systematic, we could do something like work. Make sure to do whatever, personal, remember to call dentist. So the idea is you literally, as I've done here, in a matter of seconds you add stuff to this task list and you can simply display it there. And there really is no more complexity to it than that. And as you can see, it shows the date that the task was added, and tasks that are pending are shown as red. Okay, so let's say I've added feature to X. I've done task 3. So if I do Wibble task mark, enter task num to mark as complete 3, and there we go. So it's moved that task to completed task, and we have remaining pending tasks now showing the 4 that are left. Buy laundry liquid. I can just type in mark 2. Whoops, no I can't. 2, and that's done. So it is literally as simple as that. Just a very and if you just run the command without any argument, it will default to only showing the live tasks. So, but if you pass in the full, let me remind myself here. If we, whoops, task. There we go. All. So if we do Wibble task, and I'm going to use the short action T, then you can see the completed task and the pending task. It's as simple as that, and it all stores it in a single text file. you got the option there to migrate them to a fresh task file once you've got millions of them there. You know, maybe you want to each year migrate to a fresh task file, and personally, I actually quite enjoy seeing this kind of task file become kind of sprawling, and you see all these kind of completed tasks in there, and you've got the pending tasks at the bottom. It's kind of nice and satisfying, but of course, you know, you probably want to migrate them once, also maybe once a year or something like that. So if you do migrate, it asks you, do you want to put them all in a fresh file? And it does that. And now if we do Wibble task all, you'll see it only shows the these new pending tasks, and the completed task is empty because we started a fresh file. But all of the ones that we've just done are still there if you need to. So we have the tasks completed file here. So if we do, so I've actually got a couple of them here because I've done this before. But you know, if we look at the one that we just marked there you go. So there were the kind of tasks that we completed. So you can have a permanent record of these. So you know, however often you want to migrate, whether that be once a month or once a week or once a day if you're adding hundreds of these, or once a year if you enjoy having a big completed task list, you know, showing 8,000 tasks done, which is kind of satisfying. You can do so, but that's really as simple as it is, and that is the whole point. The whole point is there is literally nothing to kind of learn, nothing to kind of procrastinate or waste time on in terms of task management. It is literally bang bang, add something in here as simple as a kind of pen and paper would be, and mark it as done, and just have that kind of nicely crossed out list in effect. So that's the world's simplest kind of task management, entirely, in my view, complementary to the kind of really sophisticated kind of task management, and with detailed scheduling and all of that you can do with something like org mode or various other tools. And just bear in mind, finally, because they are just plain text files, you know, if you look at task one here, you know, you can always grep these things if you did need to do some kind of particular searching. So, you know, if I wanted to do, you know, grep dentist in tasks, see, yeah, no, it's not in there. Where is it? Oh, it's in the main one. So yeah, grep dentist in tasks. You know, so you can always do things like that as well if you do need to find particular entries. So that is the task functionality.